Nick, let's focus on Chelsea against Manchester City. Massive game, you'd have to say, in the title race now. These are the two title favourites. I know Andy and I were big on Chelsea pre-season. You were back in Man City to repeat as champions. What are you looking for in this game? Kevin De Bruyne's just kind of edging his way back to full fitness. So's N'Golo Kante. That seems like a big battle in midfield in particular, but what a game this should be, the repeat of the Champions League final from last season.
I cannot stress enough how much I love this being the 7:30 kickoff Eastern time. I cannot stress enough. Starting my weekend with Chelsea and Man City is, I don't know if I'm prepared for that. Do I have to stretch first? Do I have to wake up all of my children and play a possession game in the living room? Like, what do I need to do? Because I'm going to be so ready for it. I'm not even willing to predict what happens in this game because I think it could be a hard-fought slugfest that there's only one goal. I also think it could be 5-4 somehow. After Chelsea showed us what they showed us on a day that Lukaku was dangerous but didn't finish, that they were going to get goals from Kante and Rudiger and Thiago Silva, who was excellent. Ruben Diaz has been very good. The injuries to City, that makes me a little bit more nervous than anything else. But then again, they're going to play Tuesday. They're going to have a little bit more time to prepare for it. So anything could happen here. But if Chelsea wins, I won't back off my Man City prediction, but they'll be the clear favorite to win everything. Sorry, Man United fans.
Andy, I mean, Chelsea have just had Man City's number. Tuchel just, we talk often about that late night meeting him and Guardiola had in the bar in Munich many, many years ago to get trained tactically. I feel like he's just taken all of that knowledge like a sponge, soaked it up and just used it against Pep because he always seems to just work out something, whether it be Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League. Chelsea just seem to find a way, and they've got that almost horrible mentality about them of Azpilicueta, Rudiger, Silva, Kante, just grinding team. Jorginho's been excellent in the last few months. They just can work it out, right? Are they the favourites heading into this game? And are they more ruthless than Manchester City right now in the Premier League title race?
Yes. All the yeses to those. And I think Tuchel was probably buying the drinks that night as well in the hotel. He had to have been. Keep him coming. He's spilling the secrets. He got everything from Guardiola apparently that night because, he has had Manchester City's number. I think a bit of that is Pep kind of shooting himself in the foot a bit as he tends to do in some of these big games, overthinking it a little bit, changing things when he's got a formula that's been pretty successful. But I think a lot of it also is Tuchel, and we have to give him, we have to give Chelsea, we have to give Conte, we have to give all the players a lot of credit because what they do when they set up for these big games is they don't really try to go out and play their way. They try to take away the best thing that you do. And with Manchester City, that's obviously a lot of possession. So you can't take that away when you've got players that have as much talent and skill and just the intelligence that Manchester City do. So what do? They dictate to Manchester City in these games where on the field they can have that possession. They're not going to have it in the final third. You're going to have it in the middle third of the field. We're going to drop back just a little bit deeper once you enter, once you cross midfield. We're not going to give the ball in behind. We're going to make you keep it there where we've got three center backs, where we've got two wing backs, where we've got a defensive midfielder in N'Golo Kante who might as well count as three people. And that's just really hard to break down. And then what do Chelsea do? They're really good on the counterattack. They're going to be better on the counterattack now that they have a center forward with the size, the speed, the strength, the hold-up play, the vision, the passing, the finishing, the complete finished product in Romelu Lukaku up top. I think Chelsea got to be big favorites for this game. And I think if they go out and put in a good performance and it looks like something of a dominant victory over Manchester City, I think they have to be massive favorites for the title at that point.
I agree with you. And I think Lukaku against Ruben Diaz, that is one heck of a battle we're going to see there tactically. And just Lukaku, for me, has improved so much in terms of finding the pockets of space and being calm and composed with his hold-up play. That was the big difference from when he was in the Premier League last time in Manchester United, went away with Inter Milan and with Belgium, really worked on that. And it's sensational. He didn't score against Tottenham last time out, did everything but that. He set up, his teammates, was willing, poor Timo Werner, to score, just putting chances on a plate for him that he couldn't put away. And I actually want to see that partnership as well. As strange as that seems, I think Werner alongside Lukaku for part of this would actually create a lot of gaps in this Man City defence for Lukaku to exploit, just like we saw in the Champions League final last season. So That all being said, let's not write off Pep Guardiola and Man City just yet. I mean, Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Foden, De Bruyne, Gabriel Jesus, Ferran Torres. That's an incredible list of attacking players, whoever they line up. But I do worry about them just being clinical and being ruthless. I mean, they had one shot on target against Southampton in that draw at home last week. And that was in the 93rd minute, was it, when Foden had the header on goal that was saved, and then Sterling followed it up and it was disallowed for offside. So very unlike Man City. I do wonder if Pep Guardiola's put a little bit extra pressure and focus on them by complaining about some of the attendances of the Etihad. I just don't think he needed to A, say that, and then B, double down on that. That seemed like a pretty ridiculous argument to get dragged into. And it's a bit peculiar. Man City seem to do this, right? They have a great season, win a lot of trophies, and then they dip. And we've seen it under, Mancini, Pellegrini, and obviously Guardiola in the past as well. And you just have to get lucky of injuries. John Stones being out has hurt them, of course. And that lack of a central striker, again, we keep talking about it. They are going to score a lot of goals, but it's just when you're in these big game situations, and if Chelsea figure out how to stop you, if you don't have a plan B coming off the bench or a way to mix it up, which I don't think Man City do right now, that's going to be a problem over the course of, the entire season in the Champions League and the Premier League. So Chelsea against Man City at Stamford Bridge is going to be one heck of a game. Tuchel against Guardiola, Lukaku against Diaz, Kante against De Bruyne. So many great individual tactical battles. Cannot wait for that. And over on Pro Soccer Talk and NBCSports.com, we'll give you all the build-up this week on how to watch, team news, preview, stream links, everything else you need from Stamford Bridge. It's going to be one heck of a battle.